Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the 27th of May until the 2nd of June. In a moment we're going to grab a card for your general theme for your reading. But first of all we're going to call in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides and of course our higher selves to guide us through this reading. Now Capricorn, your general theme card is the Six of Cups. That's a beautiful energy. Okay, that can be a bit nostalgic. It can also be a card about giving and receiving, emotional harmony, and yeah, a lot of evenly giving take sort of thing as well. And yeah, it can be a card about inner child as well. So we will refer to that throughout the reading. So we'll just grab your this other deck here now, and just reminding you that these are general readings. So please take what resonates and discard the rest. Okay. Alrighty, we're going to grab two cards now for perhaps a little issue or something that you're looking into at the moment, possibly. King of Swords and Four of Wands. So King of Swords is quite a masterful energy of, communication and being able to organise and express what needs to be expressed. And yeah, very strong energy of being able to analyze, organize as well. And here we have a beautiful, very positive card of celebration, also about milestones in life too. So, and yeah. So it could be that these are, very quite different energies, but this can also be a card of passion and moving into something that is really fulfilling for you, and also celebrating that with others. So it could be that, yeah, let's just put these down for now and just grab another card just to see what you're doing at the moment, because that's going to give us a little bit more info as to which of those cards is or how they are interacting. Okay, so at the moment you're learning. This is the Hierophant. So this is a card of, it can be like study, being a student, but it can also be a card of being a teacher. So teaching or learning or both. And it could be that you are, perhaps you are a student, okay? And you're kind of, you're sort of in this can be quite an intellectual energy as well, okay, this one. So in quite a bit of, you're in a very intellectual energy, and this could be an energy that you're looking to move into, okay? So maybe there's someone really close to you, or maybe you're coming to the end of a study period or something where you're acquiring skills. It could be a community, you could be participating in a community type of situation as well, or maybe you are, yeah, so it's sort of like you're looking at, yeah, it's like there's something else that you're wanting to do once you've finished this type of energy, or it's at the same time. There's some energy here that you're wanting to move into. I mean, the Four of Swords can literally mean marriage. So maybe you're looking to go into a partnership, which may even be a business partnership. And it can be business or emotional partnership, okay? Yeah. Let's just see, like, short term. So I'm beginning here that you're training in something. Yeah, so you're looking to move forward with a new venture. It could be that there's, I'm getting from this that this is quite an emotional or a passionate thing, okay, that you're wanting to do. And it's like you're wanting to do two things at the same time. I think that's what this energy is. It's like you're feeling really strong and masterful here, and you've also got this that you're wanting to move into, but it's almost like, yeah, this kind of looks like that the King of Swords here. It looks very like a long blonde-haired person. It looks like, you know, now you've got on your sled here and you're kind of activating your inner child and you're moving forward into something new. So I think that might be short term. I mean, you're going from this sort of serious energy here into something else. Let's see what you're bringing to the table. I don't want to say too much at this point because about those two cards in the center. Let's just see what you're bringing to the table in terms of your skills, talents and abilities. Four of Wands. So yeah, you've been working hard. That's kind of the feeling that I got. So at the moment, you're really focused on this learning, or perhaps on work, okay? And it's we're going to grab a card now for the opportunity. So you have you know, tenacity and determination. That's that quality that brings to the table there with that Ten of Wands. Let's look at your opportunity. Okay, Queen of Swords. Wow. That's fascinating, isn't it? Because in the middle we have the King of Swords here. This is the Queen. So the divine counterpart. So it's looking like there's a partnership that's sort of either wanting to happen or that you sense is happening. And it could be something that's quite a way down the track, or you have a real, sorry, you've connected with this person over quite a period of time, and it's looking like maybe you're getting ready to either, you know, move to engagement phase or marriage phase or something like that, if that resonates, okay? And yeah, so it's sort of looking like this is the opportunity, is that, you know, there's going to be a, you know, a divine counterpart here for you, Capricorn. And the interesting thing is here with the Six of Swords, it could even be someone from your past, okay? But this is also about inner child. So it's kind of like, if you're quite an intellectual sort of person or intellectual energy, it's kind of like you might be needing to kind of activate your inner child a little more in order to perhaps make the most of this connection or to move into it. I'm not really 100% sure on that, of course. Let's just grab here how you're thinking and feeling on the matter. Thoughts. Okay, Seven of Cups. So maybe you're not really sure about it. That's why I didn't want to say too much too soon, because it's like this can be a card of like, you know, there are other options. Or maybe this is to do with timing. So it could be that because you've got this really studious mode up here and you're in a really intellectual thing, it could be that even though you have an opportunity here to connect with this other part, it could even be like a, you know, like quite a strong soul connection. It may or may not be karmic. I mean, it could be, you know, like a soulmate type of energy, like a twin flame type of energy. Not really sure, but I mean, that's going to be something that you will have to discern. And please don't assume that the next person that you go out with is going to be that because of what this reading says, okay? I made that mistake in my 20s. I went to a reading, this lady said, oh, you know, yeah, there's going to be your true love's going to be coming in or whatever. And so the next person that came along I thought was my true love for some reason, and it was definitely not, and it was really bad. I ended up being in a relationship with them. It's not good. So please use your own discernment, folks. So here we are, you know, there are lots of options open to you, and you could be feeling okay with that. Now, when I say emotional options, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you could have lots of other things going on in your life at the same time as this other person is in your life, okay? It may or may not mean that you are wanting to date other people, okay? That's for you to discern. But the reason that this is here is sort of suggesting that possibly the way you're feeling is that you're not looking to date other people, but this could just be a card of, well, I'm not really sure about making that particular choice at this time, because I have other things in my life as well that I like to do, and perhaps the timing is that it may be better for me to achieve those things first before I settle down and work on creating like that solid structure of home and that type of thing with that, with the person, possibly. Take what resonates. So let's have a look here, Capricorn, at what's going on around your environment. What's going on around you? Okay, so this is the Wheel of Fortune, which can be a karmic wheel, the Wheel of Karma. So now it's looking like that this could possibly be a karmic relationship, given that this is a cycle. You know, this can be a repeat of cycles. But of course, karmic relationships are not necessarily bad. It can just mean that, you know, your souls have a bit of a contract, and there's some things that you may need to come together on in this lifetime at this time to work through, possibly. Okay, if that resonates, you might want to look into this a little bit more. Don't just, you know, go on what I say. Okay. So, and that would kind of almost make a little bit more sense too if you're looking at, you know, well, I'm not really 100% sure. Okay. Because, I mean, we always have free choice. We have free will, okay, as to what we move into and what we don't move into. But if there is obviously a very strong connection, then, you know, it's more difficult to move away from a really strong connection, isn't it? Unless they do sometimes say that with soulmates or twin flames that there can be a strong connection at the start, and then it can be like they basically trigger each other, and it can be really, then they tend to separate for a time, but then they come back together. So, I mean, it depends, you know, it depends what resonates and whatever, and it's totally up to you. Long-term goal. So long-term here, Capricorn, what are you, change, moving. So there's a pattern. So you are looking to probably, if you've been in relationships before and you seem to attract a similar type, you have attracted a similar type of person, and things have gone a similar way, and there's been things that have played out, you know, i.e. the cycles have been repeating, then it could be your long-term goal is to not repeat that pattern, is to kind of step out of that self or that way of being that you've tended to do. And sometimes that can be our subconscious that kind of pushes us into those familiar patterns and doing things in a similar way, okay? And sometimes if we have unresolved stuff in our subconscious, sometimes that can cause us to kind of attract the wrong type of person that doesn't then work out well for us, if that resonates for you, okay? So if that idea resonates is what I meant. So it's looking like you, and this makes sense why it's like you've in this deep intellectual thing at the moment, and this could even be that you're learning about spirituality, that you're learning about yourself, okay, about your spirit and your soul. And these two energies are very kind of almost opposite in nature. You know, you're kind of feeling this, but maybe the pattern has been that when you've been in this very intellectual mind energy, you've gone into a connection. Okay, because here you are, the King of Swords, and you know what you're stopping here is you're not going to be this over sword energy. You want to stop doing that, is what the cards are saying. So you might just want to check in with your energy. Are you, because this can also be a card of imbalance in terms of too much in the mind. Okay. And I guess in the past, if you've been very much in your mind and not activating your heart space, your soul, and your health and well-being and your body, and putting your whole soul into your own life, and therefore not really your whole soul into relationships, if that's been the case in the past, then if you're still in that and you go into a relationship again, you know, it may not be as good as if you can perhaps, you know, activate your inner child. And, you know, and maybe you do need to just look at your heart and just say, look, these cups, because the cups are the suit of the heart, okay, of emotions. What other things in my life can help me to really generate that feeling aspect of myself? What things can I do that really uplift me, that when I'm talking with people, I get really inspired and I can, you know, I feel happy, okay? This can be a very serious, analytical, almost a workaholic type of energy if it's not in balance, okay? So this might be about getting in touch with your heart and your feelings and your emotions, okay? Because the reason I'm saying all this is because this is like the wheel of cycles, and here you are, you're wanting to move out of a cycle. This card represents, like in the longer term, you're wanting to move out of this repeat cycle, okay? Let's just grab a card now in terms of what you can expect if, and this will be interesting, what you can expect if, you know, you gravitate towards your opposite here. And actually, I just realized this could be a card about you indeed activating your heart space. Let's have a look. We'll see what this card says. You know what this is saying, Capricorn? I've just picked up on it, right? Here you are. This is very masculine mode, okay? You're going to be working hard. You've already have been working and studying and, you know, activating another fun part of yourself. But you're going to be working hard even deeper on what your passions and looking at that and, you know, exploring that more. And then you're going to be, this is almost like your feminine aspect, this one here. This is your blending of heart and mind. So see how we go here from air of air, which is all mind, okay? Here we are, water of air, because the queens represent the element of water. This is the heart and mind together. So you are bringing that in. And here we are, Capricorn, you are in your Empress, which is a beautiful divine feminine, very nurturing, caring, and sort of really connected to everything that's around you, and also in a very feeling really receptive. Okay. Now, and I think now what I'm looking at here is that this here is about you coming into bringing your masculine and feminine aspects together. Now, when I say masculine and feminine aspects, I don't mean that means that you're going to be like a new gender, like a combination of masculine and feminine gender. Or if that idea resonates for you, then that's fine. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. When I say masculine and feminine aspects, it means your masculine aspect is the one that projects out, that also analyzes and does all that type of stuff, okay? The feminine aspect is the one that is more receptive and is usually more intuitive, creative, and nurturing. You know, if you think of the father archetype and the mother archetype, okay? And we all have these archetypes within us, okay? Especially the divine ones, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And this could simply be about you, Capricorn, bringing those two elements together within yourself, which is really gorgeous. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm just going to hold these up. Like, it's kind of uncanny. These are how the cards are laid out on the table. It's this, and so this represents the joining of these two. Can you see that? It's like really uncanny. I mean, it took us a while to get to the nitty-gritty of your reading, but I believe that's it there. And yeah, I don't think we really need to clarify anything, but suffice to say that, you know, this is the Empress, so this is the divine feminine will be sort of reigning, so to speak. You know, you will be in that energy, okay? And I think the Hierophant is definitely about you bringing your spiritual aspect and your physical aspect together, okay? I mean, you've been working really hard here, Capricorn. You've been, you know, this is almost like an inner child activation. And this is the card here. I just realised, okay. So this whole reading is about, this is a really soft, nostalgic energy. And this is quite a very hard mental energy. So it's calling for you, Capricorn, to look at really where can you soften yourself, bring in some heart stuff, bring in some nurturing in your life, caring. I mean, it might even be that you'd like to just maybe start working with animals on a volunteer basis. There are lots of things that you can use to activate your heart space, but also perhaps creativity, doing something practical with your hands rather than thinking and analysing in the mind, okay? So creativity, intuition, yeah, doing something practical, creative, artistic, anything like that, and certainly stuff that's going to fire you up and get you feeling passionate and inspired as well. Hence the suit of the wands have been coming up here as well. Even though that looks like hard work, the wands are that suit of perseverance, but also passion and purpose as well. So there we go, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful, and yeah, please, if this reading's resonated, please hit like and subscribe. I'm most happy for you to do that. And yeah, have a lovely day and awesome week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.